Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Jordi Alba wins the duel this time. Can he get on the end of this?
2 added minutes.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Gullit. Messi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. In with the challenge. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? Hazard. He is through here. Roberto Carlos finding himself in space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And the referee has blown for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. There's the whistle then to start the second half. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Araujo gets across to intercept that. Gullit. He'll try from distance. Ruud Gullit! That is just a piece of art.
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Ibrahimovic. Cafu. It's played through for him. Cafu was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Messi. It's a good-looking delivery. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
So, power or guile, what's it going to be? This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Desai can get it clear. They get a throw in. And it's Gullit. Hangs it, it's rising! It's bounced back off the post. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Hazard has it out wide and in space. Ronaldo is herring after that one. Cafu.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Ibrahimovic. That has been slung wide. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Iraq have got it back and they'll have another go. And Azar. And it's Roberto Carlos. Azar is wide and looking to get onto this. That has not gone well. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Thuram gets it away.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product,
Substitution
and
on the
quickly.
field. Number 2, Joshua Kimmich. Coming on the field is number 22, Guardiola.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Azar, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. That ball looks a good one. He has found the way through, delivers, gets his head on it! Ibrahimovic is flagged offside.
Substitution on the field, number 4.
So we have
Luis
further
Figo.
activity on the bench here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Roberto Carlos. And this is Azar. He's found a way through. Now what about terrific effort? Another headed effort. Again, not the most fruitful.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery. Iraq surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
That's the keeper's ball. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
5 minutes left on the clock.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, good take in a good area. The pass has gone astray. Cafu, spread neatly. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Mackay coming on here as broadly expected.
Number 18,
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Ibrahimovic.
Now he's off and running.
Coming on the field is
Cannavaro
number 20,
cuts out the
Roy
pass.
Mackay.
Roberto
Full
Carlos, a
have been
picture of
indicated.
focus and alertness. There will be 4 extra minutes. Now it's Mackay. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal.
Signore e signori, benvenuti a San
Well,
Siro.
football is of course
Oggi
ultimately
si
just a
incontrano
game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Cruyff can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
And it's Gullit. Now it's Cantona. Cruyff. Now who's going to be first to this? Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Knocks it into space. And that is expertly dealt with. Khan clears without hesitation. Short changes him with that pass. Gullit. And he's intervened well there. Cruyff. Ronaldinho. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Gullit. Now it's Cantona. Cantona. And he thumps it clear. And he's quick to snatch it back. First quarter of an hour gone. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh, that's fabulous. A header! Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Pass somewhat off target. And here's Gullit. Cantona, and he shoots! Oh, good finish! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Nicely weighted ball. Space for him to turn and look. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ronaldinho. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Ronaldinho is onto this. That has been cut short. He's in Cantona! Brilliant from Cantona! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And yes, it's him again. Milan have their lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And that was nowhere near his best. Bigo receives it in a good position here. Now it's Gullit. Well read, nice interception. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Not the most accurate pass. Bullet. Rijkaard. That's been cut out, well played. Bullet. Cruyff.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's found a way through. Cruyff has got himself a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
And here's Ronaldinho. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Vieira. And here's Hullet. He's a sharp little ball here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Hullet.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Hullet. Ronaldinho. And here's Hullet. Can he get it through? And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for... Oh, he's been caught on it here! He's in a great position here. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Cruyff. And that has been knocked clear. Thuram. That's a cute ball. Vieira. Now it's Cantona. And here's Hullet. Cantona. Vieira. Cruyff. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, played right into his path. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Nice interception, well timed. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was...
There's the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Good ball over the top. Ronaldinho. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? No, that was never going to make it. That has not gone well. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Bellingham. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. And he's quick to return it. Hullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Oh, that's a key interception.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ibrahimovic, and he's lost his man here. He's having a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Figo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Looking for the run, and he plays one through. Impressive jump! Well taken goal. They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14.
Milan
Numero
can
17.
now introduce the first of
Ronaldinho.
their substitutes.
Numero 2.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And this is Hullet. Oh, that was vital. That's going to go a long way. Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, cracking ball. Cruyff. And the shot! It's fallen kindly here. Goal, Milan! And they get themselves in front!
77 minuto.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be, should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan with the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to...
And Cruyff! And he's there to belt it away.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Takes a shot! And that's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Thuram gets it away. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Kai. And it's Cruyff. Nicely spread. Figo providing an outlet on that flank. Roberto Carlos. It's Hullet. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mackay. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Now, can they get him away? Well read, and the danger is averted. Modric. 4 extra minutes added on. Now it's Messi. Now it's Hullet. And this is Luis Suarez. Bonucci. Schneider. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. So Dida between the sticks for this one. Widely recognised. Chance for a shot! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So, a breakthrough already. Has a look and place it forward. Pull it. Pull it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. And Ibrahimovic!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Vieira makes the interception. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hullet. That has been cut short. Gattuso. Brahim Diaz. It's a pretty loose pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Cruyff. Hullet. Cruyff. And he... And Cruyff! And no mistake! And they're threatening to fly away here. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Brahim Diaz! Oh, it's a beauty! A finish right from the top draw! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! What? It's Ibrahimovic! It is a fantastic goal! He's got himself an absolute peach! And this is getting better and better. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the...
Shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Gattuso. And it's Messi. To Gerrard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Diaz. Played out towards the right wing. And that's aimed into the middle. Brahim Diaz! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Brahim Diaz clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, they could break here. Pull it. Brahim Diaz. He's looking wide, not where it came from. Ibrahimovic. Brahim Diaz going forward. Great vision. Gattuso. Pull it. And this is Ibrahimovic. Gattuso. And here's Hullet. Oh, that was vital. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Cruyff. Shot, surely! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. Hullet getting this one clear. He has a look up. Dida claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gerrard. Bonucci is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Now it's Hullet. Brahim Diaz. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Ibrahimovic. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gattuso threads one in, and he's worked it through. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Gattuso calmly anticipates. Now it's Brahim Diaz. And it's Diaz. And he was quick to react. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. Gets us going once more. And this is Ibrahimovic. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Now, can they get him away? Ibrahimovic. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Gerrard. Cruyff. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous. And he shoots! Oh, what has... and again!
That's just playing it safe and simple. I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. That's the keeper's ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Gattuso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Pull it. Brahim Diaz is onto this. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Big chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's a very decent ball. Shot at goal! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
La cantidad de espectadores de este
That pass
partido
isn't the best.
fue de 28.599.
Ibrahimovic picked out, and the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
So now the difference is 3. Pass is just off target. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bonucci cuts it out. Roberto Carlos. And it's Diaz. Kimmich gets across to intercept that. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Brahim Diaz. Pull it. And no, that was never going to make it. That's been slipped through.
Might want to be careful there.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Ronaldo becomes the latest member of the 300 club, another feather in his cap in what has become a fine career.
Well, Peter, I can't attest to this personally, not having made it to that many appearances myself, but you only need to look around to see not just how much it means to him, but everyone that's here and beyond. This is a huge moment.
Nicely shaped ball. He's in plenty of space here. This looks promising. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
What's going wide left?
Timber.
Oh, that's fabulous. Diaz. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Yamal. Figo. Ball's played through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's shifting through the gears here. And he was alert to it. De Ligt can clear it away. Played out towards the right wing. Kimmich gets into a good position. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Timber tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hazard. He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Played into space. It's Ibrahimovic! He's scored! And we have liftoff! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Not the most accurate pass. Chance, surely! And he nearly went all the way.
Figo just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge, and he'll rise to it.
This their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Hull have the chance to go the other way. Approaching the half-hour mark. And here's Diaz. He's looking wide. No way through, so back it comes. Hull have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Gerrard considers his options. And this an opportunity to pull level. And he's well positioned here. That's really well cleared. And it's Shevchenko. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Neymar. And he welcomes it in. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's clever. Gerrard.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Nice, ended up in no man's land. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's in a great position here. He's having a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
That's been cut out, well played. Hazard. Diaz is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Cruyff. He has found the way through. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's picked his way through. Figo. And this is Ibrahimovic. Cruyff. And this is Cruyff. And the shot! He's got it all! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that is all they have time for.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. And we get things going again. Oh, some astute defending there. Yamal. Figo. He's a sharp little ball here. Cafu. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And this is Shevchenko, looking for the run. Hazard. And this is Hazard. Hazard! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, such a clever touch. Cruyff, looking for options for movement. Shot could be on. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Now that looks a decent ball. And he's managed to get free. Neymar! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Chance for a shot! It's a loose ball. Schmeichel herring after the ball here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. A couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Tries to play it through. He's being urged to shoot. Gerrard. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Figo. Harrison clears. But they've got it again. Hazard. Figo. Neymar. Knocks it into space. Aims beyond the defence. Plays it in low. Real chance! And a neat finish. Right back in the game. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal.
It's Ibrahimovic! And there's a goal! And just like that, he hits 50. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Ibrahimovic demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So the lead now is 2.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
That's good vision. Cruyff has the space to scheme. Raya breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Gattuso cuts it out. Stood up well to him there. Yamal. Now it's Hazard. Gerrard. Oh, this is a very good run. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 19, número 14. Entran número 23, número 17.
Bonucci getting this one clear. Yamal. Gullit is the guilty party there. Can he get on the end of this? Ibrahimovic. It's a pretty loose pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Out towards the flank. Looking to play him in. Oh, super find. Well read, and the danger is averted. Timber. Gerrard. Hazard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pinches it off him. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Gerrard. Messi. Just 5 minutes remaining now. There won't be another chance after this one. Timber. Plenty shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's heaved it away. Howson. Cafu. Great vision. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo
Nicely
reglamentario.
weighted ball. In by Messi. And the finish! Goal! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist?
Número 22.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Hull give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now...
And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.